Hello everyone, welcome again for grade 7 history. Today we are going to know about region and empire under the same chapter, tracing changes through 1,000 years. And this is the learning outcome for today's session. We are going to know about region and empire which were in the medieval period. Now let us understand the heading first. Region. It is an area, part of the country or state. It is an area, part of country or state. They have their own geographical dimension, which have their own characteristics, which mean they have their own rules and regulations, and they have their own language. They have their geographical characteristics. Got it, dears? Okay. The next one is empire. It is an extensive group of states. Extensive group of states controlled by single ruler. It is a group of states controlled by a single ruler. It's called an empire. Okay. Before start the session, okay, so let us know about this. Large states like Cholas, Tughlaqs, or Mughals, they were encomposed, which means they were surrounded by many regions. Surrounded by many regions, which means many areas. These are empires. These empires are surrounded by many regions that were ruled by some small rulers. Got it, dears? Okay. Let us start the session, region and empire, with an example. A Sanskrit prasasti praising the Delhi Sultan Ghiyasuddin Balban. Let us know what you mean by prasasti. It means court poet. These poet used to praise about his ruler, who belongs to. Are you getting? Okay. So this prasasti prizing the Delhi Sultan Ghiyasuddin Balban, that is, he controlled a vast empire from Bengal to Afghanistan, mean east to west, a vast empire. So he written like that. Now, the future historians, when they researched a lot of sources to know more about Ghiyasuddin Balban, they were reconstruct the truth. The truth is, actually, he didn't rule a vast empire. He ruled an empire, but it's not India to Afghanistan. He was a ruler. He ruled an empire, but not a vast empire. So, historians regard these are exaggerated claims of conquest. When this person not ruled a vast empire, why he showed like that? Why the prasasti written like that? A question will arise in your mind, right? The answer for the question is, they doesn't know about, which means Prasasti and Ghiyasuddin Balban. These people doesn't know about the future generation. They want to show them as a large to the future generation. They were regarded as large. They want to show their power to the people. That's why they were written like that. Got it, dears? Let us know more about region and empire. Now, by 700 AD, many kingdoms have distinct geographical dimensionals, which means they have a clear geographical dimensionals. Not only area-wise, they had their own language, they had their own cultural characteristics also. And these regions were associated with specific ruling dynasties, and sometimes they had a conflict among with them also. And the next one, occasionally dynasties like Cholas, Tughlaqs and Mughals, they were associate the regions. So those regions are called pan-regions. So these dynasties were able to make an empire So these dynasties were able to make an empire. For that they were associated the regions which are around them. So those regions are called pan-regional. Are you getting? Okay. So none of the dynasties are succeed in this. When the Mughals declined in the 18th century, these pan regions are re-emerged as a region. Are you getting? Okay. So when they are re-emerged, their characters, pan-regional rule had altered the character of the region empire. So those people changed the character of their region. So why they were changed? Why? Because these people, the rulers of the region, had seen how the empire people are succeed in that, how they were developed the empire and what all the strategies they were used to develop. So these kind of things makes these pan-region people to adopt the culture, development, whichever they were followed by the dynasty people. Are you getting what I am telling? Okay. Now, even though, therefore, we can say the difference of characters which throughout the 700 to 750, it's not isolate. Why? Because these pan-region people, when they emerged as a regional, so these people are influenced by the empire. So whatever they were followed, whatever the empire people are followed, those things these people also continued and they were followed throughout the 1000 years. Are you getting, dears? So 700 to 1750, the characters of the region, they didn't grow separately, and this is what we learned under the topic region and empire. And it's time to recall, shall we? Yes. What we learned in the first, what is region and what is empire, and then we learned large states like Cholas, Tughlaqs, Mughals, they were encompassed, which means they were surrounded by many regions. And then we learned about a guy called Ghiyasuddin Balban, and then we learned about dynasties. They want to expand their empire, so that they were associate the regions which are around them. So those are called pan region. And as well as when the Mughals declined in the 18th century, that time they were started to re-emerge. That time they were followed the rules and regulations which was followed by the empire people. Why? Because they want to show the improvement, they want to develop. Because of that, they followed the rules and regulations which was followed by the empire people. And that even though in the medieval period, they didn't grow separately in a character wise. So this is what we learned under this topic. I hope you understand that. We'll see in the next session. Thank you.